Hey guys, welcome back. What are we on? Day 13, 14? Man, I've lost count, but we are almost finished. Tell you what, the only day that's going to be more exciting than today is the day it's done. Today, got a can of cable lube, just got back from AutoZone. We're going to get that done. We're going to get the new brakes installed. My wheels and tires should be done within the hour or so, so I'm going to go grab those, pick those up. Then, the Big Daddy shipment from Blue Collar Bobbers comes in. That's going to be, I think, all the other parts that I'm waiting on. I don't think I have anything else coming after today. So it's all going to be complete. As soon as it comes, I'm going to inspect the fenders, make sure they look good. Then I'm grabbing those in the tank, and I'm going over to drop everything off to the painter. Get that started. Hopefully UPS comes early today. I've got a 10 to 2 window. They can be all over the place, so I've had them as late as 7 o'clock. So hopefully they go in for paint today. I'm not sure of the turnaround time on that. I know it's not going to be more than a day or two to actually get it done, but I don't know if they're very busy or not. But that'll be the last thing it's waiting on. In the meantime, we'll be putting on the seat, we'll be doing the wiring, we'll be putting on the new front and rear lights, the new side plate holder, and all of that good stuff and more. Let's get started. First thing I want to do today is get this old fuel hose taken off. And it looks like we've got 2 clips here. It's probably going to be a bugger because that top one was really stuck on there too. Obviously the original hose, 9 years old. Might need some pliers. Come on, you little bugger. Go. Make sure it's not broken. Alright, that looks good. I'm just going to wipe it off in here. There's a lot of dust and dirt. Make sure the nipple's nice and clean. Alright, ready for the new hose. I just realized that these pieces should stay in there. They were really stuck on. They just didn't want to come off. There we go. That's better. Make sure we're on the barb there. That's ready to go up to the fuel tank. Bada bing, bada boom. Fresh fuel hose, good for another decade. Let's go ahead and do our clutch cable lube now. That's the only cable I have to lube on this bike. It's only got the one front hydraulic brake. The rear is a mechanical linkage. So we're just left with one cable-driven clutch. Now I'm going to go ahead and snap all these wire ties because I'm going to reroute all these cables and everything anyway for the new handlebars. Since I'm getting rid of those big old beach bars and going to drag bars, it's going to be in a completely different position, so I'll probably have to swoop everything a little bit differently. This way we can very easily get to the cable here. Let's get a little room through here. Get it through this factory harness, and I do have the gunk to seal this little tear here. Not buying a new cable just to get a little piece of rubber. So what we have is pretty much just like a bicycle. You know, the brake cable. We have a ball and a steel wire cable. And attached at the other end is the clutch. And what you want to make sure of is you don't have any kind of fraying, just like a bicycle, down at the ends here. And this looks very good. Looks like it's in great shape. Relatively clean. There's just some minor gunk. All that'll be flushed out. And what we can do is use our special cable tool that'll attach here and basically seal off the end, but keep the end of it open to go into the sheath. And we force, because it's an aerosol, the new cable lube through the cable, and we just watch for it to come out the other end. and it'll flush out whatever dirt is in there. And when it dries, it leaves a nice Teflon coated lube on the cable. And then you're good, depending on how you ride, for up to a few years. You just have to give it a few squirts every few years. That's all there is to it. Let's go ahead and put our adapter on. So the first thing you have to do is get rid of the adjustment collar, and all you do is line up the slot, and that comes right out. So now we've got room to put in our cable lube tool, and these are available very inexpensively, just a few bucks, from a variety of places. You'll find several different designs. They all do basically the same thing. My only advice with them, they're all going to look pretty much like this, and you've got a piece of rubber that's in a cone shape. Starts out large on one end, goes to a very small hole on the other. This is where we put in our cable, so it seals around here on the one end and seals around the cable on the other. You'll find them with 1 or 2 screws. My advice is get the kind with 2 screws. If you just get the one, what they do is they press down on this plate here, and that actually crushes it to make the seal. If you only get the 1 screw in the middle, you don't get a real even pressure on this. By getting the ones with 2, you get a much more even pressure, and that gives you a better seal. If you don't have a good seal, when you squirt your lube, it just ends up making a big mess. And what you do is you stick your tube from the lube can in the hole here at the end, and then that goes down inside that piece of rubber. So after it's sealed, you attach your can, and that's how the grease gets into the cable. So with the 2 screws, you get a better seal. All you do is pull the cable out, put it in the end, then we tighten it down. As tight as you can get it. Work them down fairly evenly. And there we go. So now we've got a real nice seal. We're still going to get a little bit of lube coming out of here. All right, it's not an airtight seal or anything, but it's really good. So now we attach our can, and you watch the other end, or if you can't see it, you have somebody watch it for you. And kind of like flushing the brakes, when you see it coming out clean, it's done. There we go, got it in the can. All it's going to take are a few squirts. It doesn't take much. So I'm going to lean over here and watch the other end. I can see it on the side of the bike. See what I mean about it still making a mess? It's slowly going to force its way through. And there we go. It's coming out the end clean, and we're done. Now we can just take everything apart, and the cable is good to go. And next, while we're waiting, we can swap out our brake shoes, which is a real no-brainer. Literally just sliding the old off and the new on. Just need a lot of brake cleaner to clean the housing off, make sure the springs are in good condition, and hold on, I need a set of pliers. So we should be able to just slide these up. Sometimes the pliers can help to grab these if they're a little tricky. These have quite the bend in the spring. Let's just take them off and do it this way. Much easier just to handle them in the air. Set the springs aside. Just give them a quick shot to clean off. Let's take a look and see how much meat we had left. Quite a bit. About 85–90% I would estimate. But again, we're in here. Not that the rear gets used that much, but you know what? Those are probably the originals. So, certainly can't hurt. Now we just hose all this gunk off. Make sure everything is nice and clean. If you got a little brush, I have a toothbrush I gotta grab. That really helps. Keep it away from your new ones. Oh, what a mess. Definitely never been cleaned. Just coming out pure black. That's looking better. Let me grab a quick cloth. We'll reassemble. And that'll be good. Now we've got our new shoes. You just match up the ends here. Obviously the curved part goes around the shaft. I'm going to go ahead and put the springs on first. Doesn't matter which way they go because they rotate. It's hard to manipulate small things with these gloves on. Come on now. They never quite fit to your fingertip. Especially when your hands are sweaty. I mean, I like using the gloves because it keeps you nice and clean. But man, does it make it hard to work sometimes. Alright, there we go. So now we just put this on here. Just kind of bend it over. Oh, you son of a... Alright, off come the gloves. These things are driving me crazy. God. Man, do they hold the sweat. Get off my finger. Yuck. I'd rather wash my hands than lose the time. Okay, springs are in. Put one side on, bend the other over, push it down, and we're good. Rear brake job done. Woohoo! So I just deburred the edges of these cuts with the Dremel, cleaned them off. I'm going to go ahead and paint them with the Rust-Oleum Gloss Black Touch-Up, and they will blend right in. See, it doesn't take much. This is how much goes on the brush every time you dip it. So that's why when you're doing little spots, you need to dab it off. Covered the whole thing, no problem. Boom, there you go. Now you never even know there was anything there to begin with. A little bit of a run there on the side because I let it drop. Get back up there. Just want to make sure you get all the exposed metal because that will rust without a doubt. So no bare metal. There we go. Make sure I got all of this one. Yeah, looks good. Okay. Well, I think that That's about all I can do at the moment until I get a call or a shipment in from UPS. Alright, liquid just arrived from UPS. Now I have to say, I hope this shipment is complete. And this stuff just really packs well, because these are pretty small boxes here. Not what I was expecting. Let's take a look and see what we've got. I imagine the long one has the handlebars in it, but I sure thought the fenders would be in bigger boxes, know what I mean? Okay, here are the new drag bars. Take a look at them. Still waiting on the tire place, but they just opened at 10, so that's okay. Come on now. Super tape, Jesus. There we go. Ah, more tape. Well, you can't fault them for packaging. They do a good job. I just want to see the finish of it. Oh, nice. It's like a powder coat black. That looks perfect. They got all the holes pre-drilled to locate different controls. Good to go. That's nice. They left this blank for putting the grip on. This goes on the clutch side. No, that should be the throttle. I don't know. One of them. Very nice. Love the finish. More of a satin. Alright, let's see what else we got in here. This is, I don't know. It's like maybe a mirror. I did get some rectangular chrome mirrors, chrome and black. Yep. Much more bobberish style than the huge factory bat wings. Beautiful finish. So there's the mirror, and then went with black stems. Got some hardware in here and a wrench. They really do give you everything. Nice powder coated black bolt. They even tape up the threads here to protect them. I like the attention to detail. So then, that looks sweet. Yes, that will do nicely. Stick this back in the bag for now. What else we got? Got the other mirror. New grips, went with Avon. And I just went with regular profile. We've got a little bit of a hump in the middle, but I didn't get the big cushy ones. These are big enough for me. They're already bigger than regular bike, so they're already to the normal cruiser size. And even though I have big hands, I didn't want them any bigger than this. These feel great. Very good dimensions. Black plastic ends. All right, nothing too fancy there, but definitely gets the job done. Those weren't too bad. They were 60 bucks. What else we got? We have a DVD for putting it all together. Shouldn't actually need this because they also have all the videos on their website posted on YouTube. So I'll pop this in just to make sure there's nothing that they don't also have. but it should be. Here's the thank you for the order. All right. It should be identical to what's already on the website. What else we got? More tape. Either this razor is super dull or this tape is super thick. I think it's the tape. Holy moly. Not sure what this part is. Ah, bar risers. This is why I was waiting to put on the top triple tree. So these are going to go underneath my stock ones, basically double the height of the bars. That'll pull them back and definitely make them easier to reach, given that they're more forward now. Very cool. And that's it for that box. Stick this in here for now. I want to see the fenders, because now I can go up and drop everything off for painting and get that going. That's really what's going to hold the project up at this point. I'll have everything else waiting on those. Okay, yeah, it gets just very well packed. Oh, awesome. I didn't order this, but they threw in a free hat. I can definitely use that. Happy to pimp them out. That is for sure. Let's see how quality it is here. Authentic Classics Yupun. Not, maybe hat guys don't know what that means. I'm not a hat guy, so not a clue. It's got a denim feel to it. That's cool. And this is almost like a felt on the brim. Very thick. I like that. I hate hats that have a really thin feel to it. No, this is nice and beefy. Yeah, I love the Velcro backs. Those fit me so much better than the ones you have to slide, like the one I converted to my hat cam. I won't ruin this, but I'd rather have the Velcro on the hat cam. Very thick straps too. Beautiful. Thank you very much, Blue Collar Bobbers, for the free hat. Definitely dig that. What else we got? I guess I'll work top down here. This is lights. I see some wires. Got to be careful here because I'm working on my fenders. Pull these out here for you. Come on. Super bag. These are electrical connectors for making bullet style connectors. Here's a new front light bar. This replaces the big old chrome one that I took off, where it had the auxiliary lights mounted. So this will go underneath the headlight, where I can put my new turn signals. High gloss, looks like a powder coat. Maybe not, it's pretty smooth. Very thick, very beefy. Set that aside, and I'll show you my lights. This is one of my favorite parts about this. Pick these out because I just love the vintage Art Deco style. Look at that. Beautiful teardrop, bullet, whatever you want to call it, shape. And there are interchangeable amber lenses in here. So you can put them on front or rear, or if you want amber or red running lights in the back, that's up to you. I know on our Harley we switched out the back to all red, and they all worked as running and brake lights. Kind of like the amber though. I don't know. I'll see. Maybe I'll like the red with the red bike. We'll check it out. And then they give you all kinds of wiring in here and heat shrink tubing. Absolutely everything to do the job, or at least it should be. Very cool. What else we got? Finally, should be some body work. I think these are the side panels I ordered. shrink wrap here. These are going to replace those huge plastic ones that I took off to give it a much sleeker look. Oh yeah, way better, way better. And they have this almost not a louvered, but a folded design in it. It's very smooth and contoured, but you just see these creases. It's more of a visual effect. So that will go basically under the seat on the side of the bike to cover up the wiring and stuff. That's where the old toolbox was, but it came out this far from the bike, so now it's way thinner. That's why a lot of people said, oh, you're doing a C50, that's a big fat bike, that won't make a good bobber. I said, you wait, it's going to be a hell of a lot thinner when I'm done with it. We got that one, we got the other side. I had a vision in my head, and I'm going to do it. Oh, wow, this is heavier than it looks. We have a fender. This looks like, I'm not sure if it's front or the rear. It's kind of big. Not seeing the other fender there off the top of my head. I think this is probably the rear. I need a stool. Hold on. There we go. Back was hurting there. Whew, tell you what, this project is killing my back. The pounding from those bearings really did it in. I've had back problems all my life, but as long as I take it easy on it and don't do things like pound, I'm fine. But that certainly did warrant some ibuprofen the last couple days. This is to help one of the brackets adhere to the fender. What do we got in here? I like the shrink wrap, the saran wrap a lot better than tape. Much nicer to take apart. Hey now. These are part of the mounting brackets. So this is how the rear fender is going to attach to the back. This goes where the fake swing arm I unbolted went. This is the big nut that replaces one of the ones I took out. And then this goes on the right side on the spacer for the axle. And then the support beams attached to these. And that's how the rear fender gets attached to the bike. And that's what these are, just the support beams. And this is a bracket that'll go on the inside of the fender. Both fenders are here. That's why I didn't see it. Very cool. This is sealed, and this is ready to paint. I ordered it just primed. You can get it a few different ways, but since I knew I was having mine custom painted, I said just prime it. So it's ready to go. Very nice. Got some pre-drilled holes. This is for the front, so this is where the attachment brackets will go. So that will go right to the painter. Here's the rear. Love the size. Not too much bigger. I mean, they're really small. Got some a bit of a pitting on the finish. A little bit of an orange peel. I think it'll look fine once it's painted, but there's a lot of pitting. It looks like air bubbles. Not sure if it's in the material or the primer, but I think the paint will take care of all of that. It is quite substantial though. Check the front. It's a little better. I don't see any on the underside of the front. like I do this rear. Not that I'm concerned with the underside, but it kind of shows you what I'm talking about. You can see it easier. It's like dimples in the metal. It's aluminum. It's very light. So I'm not sure if it's the metal or the primer. That could stand a little improvement, I have to say. But I reserve judgment until it's painted and I can see everything. And some pre-drilled holes here. Can't remember what that one's for. A couple here for the brackets. That's probably for the front mount. Alright, so those and my tank I'll load up in the car. Take over to the painter right away. What else we got? Got the taillight assembly. Man, am I going to have a cleanup job. This also I absolutely love. This is an LED taillight. So much brighter and much faster actuation. Always important for brakes. And no rewiring necessary. I love the braided, it's that rubbery coated wire. It's not just regular old wire. So nice and weatherproof. That looks great. Huh. I could have sworn I ordered the other design. There's one that's just solid red. Maybe I changed my mind. I can't remember. But I know I ordered the right signal lights. And here are the rears. Same design as the front. That beautiful Art Deco teardrop with these little grooves in it for accent. Love it. Awesome. And of course bracket and all kinds of wiring and everything. Again, same as the front kit. Everything you need to bolt it on. What else we got? That's another light. This is a bracket for putting on the rear fender. Alright, here we go. This is probably my favorite part, the seat. Haven't seen it yet. I'm opening it upside down because I want to be surprised by the color. Where'd my knife go? Hand sewn, hand done leather. Got a wrench here to tighten it down. Oh, it feels great. I'm feeling it, the underside with my hand. Oh man, it feels like a cross between leather work gloves and a ball mitt. Very, very thick leather. Here we go. Oh, sweet. That is badass. I think that is going to contrast very well, especially once I condition it with the red bike. In fact, I'll take it over to my red Yamaha, which is getting the same color, and we'll see what it looks like. Oh, that's beautiful. Nice. I should have big old springs in here to mount it. Well, I'll go through that in a second. Let me stick this over on the Yamaha. Oh yeah, I dig that, especially since the new bike has chrome instead of silver. That's gonna pop. Love it. Obviously it looks out of place on the Yamaha. Shows you how much bigger this Yamaha is, this FJR, over pretty much most other bikes. This is a big seat. This is a really big seat. Let me show you how big it is on the Cruiser. It's going to look a lot better. It's going to look a lot bigger. Look at that. What a difference. I mean, it fits right in there. Looks like just a nice, beautiful fit. But yeah, I dig this. It's called Distressed Brown. I believe it was called Distressed. And then I got the black stitching. They also have it in a diamond pattern, or you can get it solid. They have a whole bunch of different colors. I almost went with a lighter, like a light tan, but I thought that would be just a little too off. I think that works very well with that brown and the red. Okay, cool. Let's keep unboxing. Okay. This is part of what's going to be replacing part of the battery box to connect to the rear fender. New bracket. This is some kind of bracket. No point in unboxing those, they're just pieces of metal. And again, a bracket, lots of brackets, lots of replacement parts to fit everything to the bike. More brackets. There's going to be a lot of bolting on here. And this, I'm not sure what the heck it is. Let me open this up. Instructions. Still not sure what this is. What is this? Oh, cool. They give you some Kelly's leather conditioner paste. Very cool. And for waterproofing, more importantly. Looks like just a bag of extras. Got some bolts and miscellaneous fasteners, some zip ties. What's in here? More bolts. Okay, so just a bag of miscellaneous stuff. And last but not least, no idea what this is. Oh, the seat pan. One of these, this is probably the big springs. Yeah, I actually want to take a look at these. These are for the seat. One spring. Two springs. Oh, very cool. I wasn't sure if they were going to be black or chrome. Could have went either way, but I think black will work too. Nice. Very beefy. They shall support my big derriere. And then this is the seat pan. Should just be a big old hunk of metal. Definitely good packaging, guys. Yeah, there we go. One shiny gloss black seat pan with fasteners. Quite chunky, and a big rubberish foam block underneath. Awesome. All right. Good day, good day. So now I'm grabbing my fenders and my tank, going up to the painter. Hopefully they say turnaround time is, a couple days. That would be great, but I'll let you guys know as soon as I get back. Back from the painter. He's about an hour away. It's about 2:30. I'm going to break for lunch here. Not what I wanted to hear, but he said it's going to be a week and a half for paint. So I guess I can take it a little slower. There's not that much I can do until I get those parts back. I stopped at the tire place on the way home here, and they still don't have those ready. So they're going to call later this afternoon. So I'm just going to start unbagging parts and reading all the instructions and do what I can do. I think I can do the seat bracket, and I can do the bar risers, maybe get the bars on. I think I can do that. Other than that, I gotta wait for the wheels so I can do the front brakes, get everything mounted there. Obviously the fenders, that'll be, like I said, about a week and a half. So a little bit of a slowdown. Won't have daily videos probably, but we'll see. Maybe this stuff will take longer than I thought. Anyway, that's what's going on right now. Right now what I want to do is trim up this battery box a bit. What I want to do is get the last inch or so of this off of it so it's flush, or just about flush, with this metal bar here. Now I've looked at their instructions, and they want you to put down tape and take all these measurements, but I think the easier way of doing it, I just need to get a pencil and just run a mark along the edge of that bracket, and then I'll just buzz it with my Dremel. Alright, let's see if that did the trick. Perfect. Nice and even. I sanded it just a little bit, took off the nubs. Never going to see any of this. Oops, sorry, bumped the camera. So I'm not worried about it being absolutely perfect or clean, but it does look good. Okay, next thing I have to do, see, their instructions are on a previous generation model that's carbureted, and there's some things that are different. This is a 2006 where it's fuel injected. One of the differences is the ECU is remounted. On the 2005 it sat here, so they have instructions for relocating it and zip tying it over here. On the 2006 it's on this metal bracket, so I need to get rid of the bracket because I'm putting side covers on that are going to swoop right in with these tubes here. That's how narrow it's going to be. It's going to narrow right down into here, and there's a bracket sticking out for that ECU. So I believe they sent supplemental instructions that were printed, so I have to go back and look at that, and we're going to relocate that ECU, I'm assuming, to the side of the box here. So I wanted to get that in place. And then let's see what we have to do on the side. So here's the ECU box, the two plugs in. This is a bracket, and I can't remember what went here. Maybe it's just to hold the ECU bracket. Yeah, that must be it, because this is metal here and it kind of clips in. There's a rubber piece that holds this to this. So I need to take out this screw, should be able to pull everything this way, and then this little bracket right here I'm going to have to cut off. That's kind of thick. I think that'll be about the limit of the Dremel. Might have to use a Sawzall on that. And that should give clearance for the new side panel. It's curved and shaped. Let's give it a shot. Okay, that's in there. Gotta find my socket. Not enough room for the socket. All right, let me give it a wrench. Are you kidding me? It's actually twisting inside the head. That sucker is on there. Holy monkey. Okay, well, let's try this one down here, because I can just cut that anyway. I don't have to get that bolt out. This one, kind of do. I believe this is where one of the side panels mount. Now, if this doesn't give right away, I'm going to try heating it up. There we go. That's the way it's supposed to break. Holy cow. I don't see any rust on that top bolt, but it is solid, trust me. Felt like it was about to snap the wrench, the Allen wrench. Okay, so there. I'm just going to go ahead and zip this off, and we'll pull all this out and relocate the box. Let's see. I want to go through the thinnest part I can, but I don't want it hanging out past the tube, so I guess it doesn't really matter. This is just like a little divot. It's all about the same thickness overall, so I'll just zip it from the underside where I can get to it all. Let's see, it's going to force crap all down there. Let me grab a little hand towel. There we go, that should do it. Okay, this shouldn't be too painful.
Well, that's the end of that cutting disc. Gotta see if I have another one. I don't think I do. I think it's time to go to Walmart. Almost went out to the store and then remembered I got that freaking accessory pack. We don't need no stinking store. We got cutoff discs. Alright, let's get that bracket back off here. Let's see where I was cutting right in there. Alright. There we go. Oh, all right. Well, I just snagged another website gig, so I actually need to do some work tonight. So I'm going to cut this off here. Oh, I'll show you the new tires. They came back. They'll look good. He said they took a lot of weight, but they balanced. Oh, the tubes definitely needed new tubes. I told them to, let me know how they look. They were probably the original 42,000 mile tubes. They were so bad that the rubber tubes had layers of rust from sitting up against the rims over the years. They were shot, absolutely shot. These look real good. So there you go. All right, guys, that's going to wrap it up for today. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Check out the website, TwoWheelObsession.com. Oh, I love this seat. Give me a thumbs up. And here's your question of the day. Harley Davidson. It's a brand image. It's a lifestyle. They have over 80% of the motorcycle market. That's a fact. That's just the way it is. Everybody else combined, all their types of bikes, are only 20% of the U.S. market. So, what do you think Harley is doing that nobody else is even coming close to doing? Why are they absolutely dominating? Give me your thoughts. All right, see you next time, guys.